Hello students, I am explaining chapter number 1 matter in our surrounding from class 9 science. I have explained what is evaporation and factors affecting evaporation. Now we are going to see the next topic, that is how does evaporation cause cooling. So let's start with the topic. So in exam, some of the examples from this they can ask, and they will ask you to explain how this will cool, or how this will cause, how the evaporation cause cooling in the given following example. So example of cooling due to evaporation. What is evaporation? Once again I will tell you. So conversion of liquid to gases below 100 degrees Celsius. That is called as evaporation. Now see the first example. When we put acetone on our palm, it evaporates quickly. So the question will be asked like this: when we put acetone on the palm, it evaporates quickly. Why? So you have to explain that. So remember, and makes the palm feel cool. So whenever the chemical called acetone, if you keep it, or if you throw it, or if you apply it on the palm, you can feel the area cool. Why it will happen? The reason is, to change from liquid to vapor, acetone needs energy. It takes this energy from our palm. So imagine, if this is our palm, and if you keep acetone on the palm, then this acetone require energy to convert from liquid, now this is liquid, to convert into gaseous state. So that energy it will take from the surrounding area of the palm. So when it absorbs the heat from the surrounding area of a palm, it gets converted into gases and evaporates. But when it is absorbing the heat from the surrounding, then the surrounding area will immediately becomes cool, and same the coolness which we feel. So see the next note. Acetone needs energy. It takes energy or the heat from our palm. As heat is taken away from the skin, the temperature of our palm decreases and we feel cool. So the cooling effect is due to evaporation, where heat is absorbed from our body. Very simple. So remember, whenever acetone is kept on the palm, the acetone will absorb the heat from our body or from our palm, and it get evaporate. And because heat is absorbed from our body, the body becomes cool, and that's why we feel cool when the acetone is kept on the palm. I hope you'll understand. The next example: water sprinkled on the hot roof cools it. So you maybe have seen, if any area, if any surface area is hot, then water will be sprinkled to cool it. Why this will happen? The reason is, to evaporate water needs energy. So see, imagine if this is the surface and this surface is very hot. If I want to cool this, then I have to decrease the temperature of the surface area. Then when you throw water on this surface area, this water will take the heat from this surface, and by absorbing the heat from this surface, it get evaporate and forms gases or vapors. When it is absorbing the heat from this surface, the surface temperature automatically decreases, and this area becomes cool. And the reason, this because of this reason, so see here, as heat is removed from the roof, it temperature decreases, so the roof becomes cooler. This cooling happens due to again evaporation. So remember, if this is your roof which is very hot, you throw water, you sprinkle water on this, water will absorb the heat from the roof and it evaporates, and the roof will become cooled, and this is the process called evaporation. The next example is, we feel cool after taking bath. So when we have bath, we will feel cool. The reason is, to evaporate, it takes heat from our body. So when we put water on our body, that water will absorb the heat from our body and it get evaporate. And because it is removing the heat from our body, the body temperature decreases. So we feel cool after having bath. That is also due to again evaporation. Fourth example, sweat evaporates from our body and cools us. So this is very common example. Many of the times it will be asked. To evaporate the sweat takes heat from our body. So again, as I have told here, after having bath, we will feel cool. So in case of bath also, we will put water on the body, and sweat means what? It is also the water which is coming out of the body with the salts. So this water, to evaporate, it takes heat from our body. As the heat is removed, our body temperature decreases and we will feel cool. That is also again due to evaporation. The last example, perfume or deodorant gives a cooling effect when applied. So when the perfume or the deodorant is applied on the skin, that perfume will take the heat from our body and it get evaporate, it goes off, it get evaporate, it forms, convert into gases. And due to this, the skin temperature decreases. As a result, we feel cool. You maybe have experienced this. Whenever you will apply perfumes or deodorants, when you spray these perfumes or deodorants on the body, you will feel cool because on that particular area of a body, heat is absorbed by this perfume and it get evaporate. It will not remain on the body. You maybe have seen when the perfume is applied, immediately that area will get dry because it will absorb the heat from the body and it get dry. From wherever it has absorbed the heat from the body, that body area will feel the cooling effect. That is also due to evaporation. So maximum all the examples which will be asked in the exam I have covered in this. Remember the question will be what? Give reason why it feel cool. So the reason for all remains same, that is evaporation, but little bit in one or two sentences you have to explain this. Now we'll move with the next. Now the next two questions which will be asked many of the times, that is why should we wear cotton clothes in summer? So in summer season, everybody says that you should wear cotton clothes so you'll not feel hot. The reason is summer means what? There will be very high temperature. There will be very high temperature, and due to this, due to very high temperature, you can see that the sweat will form on the body. So the reason is here, cotton absorbs sweat and allow it to evaporate easily. So whatever sweat will form on the body, that all the sweat will be absorbed by the cotton clothes. It will not remain on the body. The sweat will not remain on the body. It will not stick on the body. All the sweat will be absorbed by this cotton clothes. And whenever this cotton clothes will absorb that sweat from this cotton clothes, it easily evaporate due to the temperature. And to evaporate, it takes heat from our body again. And if it takes heat from our body, the body feels cool. The process is again evaporation. If you use any nylon or terracotta clothes, these clothes will not absorb this sweat from the body. If they didn't absorb the sweat, then sweat will remain on the body and it will take more time to get evaporate. But cotton will easily absorb the sweat, and that's why the people say wear cotton clothes in summer season. Second question, why do we see water droplets on a glass with the ice cold water? Whenever you take ice cold water on the glass, you can see beside the glass, if this is the glass, and in this glass, if you take ice cold water, water with ice or cold water, immediately you can see the water vapors or the water droplets will form on the surface of this glass from the outside. The reason for this is water vapor present in the air touches the cold glass. So as I have already told, water vapors will be present all over in the atmosphere. That is called as humidity. And from where these water vapors came? This is from the open water sources which are present in the atmosphere. These all water from the open sources will get evaporated due to sunlight, and these all will be present in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere. So when you take cold water into the glass, once these water vapors comes in contact with the glass, because glass is cold, that water vapor will convert into liquid and the liquid droplet will get attached to the glass. I hope you're understanding. I'll repeat once again. When you take cold water inside the glass, the water vapor which is present inside the atmosphere, once it comes in contact with the glass, because glass is cold, the gas will convert into liquid and the liquid droplet will get attached to the glass. And that's why we can see many water drops will get attached or will form on the outside of the glass which is having cold water. So, see here, I'll read the sentence. Water vapor present in the air touches the cold glass, loses heat and changes into liquid. This process is called as condensation. So, what is condensation? Conversion of water vapor to water liquid. And this will happen by cooling, by decreasing the temperature, and this process is called as condensation. So this water vapor, when comes in contact with the cold temperature, it becomes liquid, and during this process the heat will be released. Remember, heat is released, and these all water droplets will, you can see on the surface of this glass. So I hope you will understand the explanation of these two questions. So here with this topic, I have completed the first chapter, that is matter in our surrounding, for class 9 science. After this, I'm going to start with the next chapter. So share my videos with your friends, and if you have any doubts in this chapter, then comment those all the doubts in the video so that I can solve those all the doubts. And if you are getting little bit also help from these all the videos, please consider subscribing my channel. Thank you so much.